it is pretty cool to see that. And so obviously this is a statement piece from them, and I'm going to let you listen to the statement.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say any more about it.
It is quite a statement.
It's a statement.
Yeah.
But also really, really cool about this series of videos that's going to be coming out is that the concepts were shot and filmed and edited by the girls. We did very, very little work on these. Are we doing this again?
What? I'm trying to add something new to the beginning of our things.
The GidKidDad Show.
Quack! It's a great day to play, everybody. Welcome on in to the channel.
Yeah.
Now you just look like a zombie. That was weird. You kind of died at the end there. You look like Thriller. It's good times. All right. Just react that way the whole time.
Not good. Well, so like a lot of people's careers start as zombie stunt doubles or zombie extras. A lot of people's big careers started that way.
Did they? Can you name somebody?
Janis Joplin, her first gig was as a zombie.
Are you just saying shit right now?
Kanye West, first thing zombie. Yep. Angelina Jolie.
Okay. So we're just saying stuff. I got you.
Zombie.
All right.
So I just want all the people out there that are booking for this kind of stuff to know. I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
Whether it's your first time here or you're rejoining us, thank you for being here with us today. You're loved, appreciated, always welcome here on this channel, and you are
enough.
Yeah, man, it is time.
It is time.
It is time.
This is the first time that I actually know what we're reacting to prior to.
Prior to us reacting to.
Yeah.
So if you guys have been watching at home, we have a girl group.
Yes.
Their name.
FINIX.
And they're going to run it.
They're going to run
FINIX. We are FINIX across all platforms. A brand new song dropped today. MV is going to be dropping tomorrow.
Yes.
But by the time you see this, it's going to be already dropped.
Yes.
So we're going to be releasing this simultaneously. But this is the first time we've gotten to actually do the reaction to our own group like in real time.
Yes.
Because it's the first time we've had time to do it.
Right.
And we had everything ready in advance. But so we're going to be going through the videos today. Now, because this is not like the YouTube version, it won't have the lyrics on it. But
yeah,
we'll do the same thing that we'll do the same thing that we did for Click Click Boom, and we'll pull.
Yes.
I'm going to pull the lyrics and we'll put them up on screen so you guys can see them. But yeah, I don't want to give anything away before this, but I will, and there is, at the beginning of this video, there is going to be a mature audience warning. So I'm warning you all right now. Hide your kids, hide your wives, you know.
And hide your dogs that like know a lot of words.
A lot of swear words.
Some dogs know
this
a
is
lot
an
of
adult
words.
song, and this group is, we've always talked about this. This is gonna be a rap group.
Yep.
And they were adults, and it was going to be an adult concept. And I'm super, super excited to be showing everybody that. Like, it's cool that people are going to finally see the real them, and I'm interested to see like the public. I just know, because this happens with K-pop groups too. There's gonna be like a public outcry, especially in the Philippines, where it's like everybody, man. I remember when the girls first came out, even with Click Click Boom.
Yeah.
With them like, well, maybe they shouldn't swear. Maybe they shouldn't say the word shit. It's like, stop telling them what to do. Stop telling women what to do. Like it's just like,
yeah. And you just,
right.
Like,
meanwhile, they're listening to like Drake and Chris Brown on repeat, and they're like, "Yeah, beat your wife some more, Chris Brown. Let's go, swear some more."
Yeah.
But oh, whoa, pretty girls, you should stay just pretty and
right. And we've had different people from the industry. People that, and I will say, the people who matter are like hell yeah.
Yeah.
And the people who have like no reason telling us anything are like, yeah, but, and it's like, well, but also like, you know.
Yeah, Click Click Boom was the most commercially successful song out of all of them
by far,
and we were just starting to push the envelope, and again, but their music's also taking off. We did an audit. We had to do an audit because the quarter's done now, and 89% of FINIX's streams across all platforms, because we have to remember that there are more platforms than just Spotify, and because we're getting global streams, we're getting on Apple, we're getting streams on Deezer, we're getting stuff, we get a lot of stuff on YouTube for streams. 89% are coming from outside of the Philippines right now.
That's fantastic news.
89%.
Although, I mean, it's not that plays from the Philippines are like, it's just good the fact that it's getting out.
Correct. And it's not, we want more plays from the Philippines as well, but it's resonating globally already.
Yes.
Is the point. And it's not like we're losing streams in the Philippines to get it. We're just getting those additional streams that a lot of the groups aren't getting currently.
Right.
Because it's winding up in the club scene. It's winding up on more international radios and international shows. 17% of our overall streams came from the US.
Okay.
So like on top of like everything else, and then it's the US, Japan's a huge market for us, Australia's a huge market for us, Canada's a huge market for us. Like the map is pretty crazy. Maybe I'll try to get a picture. I can get a picture of the map, I think, and put it up of where the streams are coming from. But it is pretty cool to see that. And so obviously this is a statement piece from them, and I'm going to let you listen to the statement.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say any more about it.
It is quite a statement.
It's a statement.
Yeah.
But also really, really cool about this series of videos that's going to be coming out is that the concepts were shot and filmed and edited by the girls. We did very, very little work on these. I think I helped with color grading.
Yeah.
But other than that, all of these were completely shot. The whole concepts and everything were pitched us by the girls themselves. So I
remember, and before we get into it, I remember the meeting that we did for the pitches for the music videos, and instead of us, because a lot of times it's us pitching them the music video. Yep. And in this case, this was the girls' first chance to be like a full pitch from top to bottom, and how excited they were. And they're like, they had gotten all their stuff together, and they're like, hold on, give me a second. And like, they were very, very excited to do this and pitch us these ideas. And it was really, really cool. And now knowing that it's done, it's like, okay, let's see.
Well, and we're still there. The series is ongoing, right? Because this is just the first video, and it was actually cool watching, because we did get we brought consultants in to just talk about it, like to help them, with like, they basically did the pitch, and then they would do like, hey, this is kind of the teaser, and then they would go to the consultants and they would be like, hey, how do I bring this? So like, they're learning in real time, and it was this one in particular, it's so cool to see like, they did it. They filmed it. They shot it. Like, they had somebody with them to help, but like, they directed it, and it's just cool to see their growth has been crazy. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this. Again, I already gave you the warning. There is a censored version of this on Spotify. So if you guys want the censored version of it, and you got like kids or something, but you want to jam to it, there is a censored version that cuts out all the swearing. So that does exist, but this song was not really going after that audience. There's plenty of other music.
Yeah.
But
and there will be plenty more.
And there's plenty more. So hope you guys enjoy this. This is Filipina Baddies, and here we go.
That's a long warning.
What the fuck you thought?
1. I'm gonna do a counter.
Keep talking about shit. Run it.
First things first.
Address the expectation. They handed us some more bullshit fabrication. Wanted 7 poppers for a pop simulation, but they didn't know they saw the goddamn liberation. Try to make us fit, trying to put us on the leash, try to file a fine sound, put a muscle on the base. Now we're the infection, the motherfucking breach, in the clean white walls that you cowards try to preach.
Preach, bitch, preach. I'd rather see the profit, see the drip and get you wet. But you know you never caught. See the money, got stack it up and triple it, install it, never ever. I'm addicted to this life. I'm a Filipina bag with a bag in the motor. GidKidDad, dogs are the most explosive. Every single thing you wishing that you had, we're posting while you're sitting there hopeless with the ones you got promoted.
Jeez Louise. dude.
before we get into the chorus. I know people are always mad. They're like, you always turn it off before the chorus because there's so much to unpack.
Yeah. Every time I hear that part when Zia hits that part, I'm like, God.
Yeah.
And then I remember we were on a Viber call. I don't want to say Zoom and give them credit because we couldn't use Zoom.
Yeah.
But
we did all this through Viber.
Shouts to Viber.
Shouts to Viber.
We were on the Viber call and like you were actually doing something else. You had to cut out when Zia came in and did her part. And she came in and they were like, okay, Zia's gonna do it. And I'm like, okay. And then she just like did it first try. And I was like, oh, give me just one more, I guess. Like, for fun.
Posterity. Yeah.
And like, dude, they came in so prepared for this.
Yeah. And it's so crazy because like this, when we started writing the song, like the idea was that we wanted to do a rap cipher, and that was gonna kind of be like, because first off, there isn't a group that has this concept in the Philippines right now, right?
Yeah.
There's some
but there will be.
Oh yeah,
directly after this goes.
Oh yeah,
out,
I guarantee you that all of a sudden everybody's going to be getting super edgy all of a sudden, which is fine.
It's fine.
But there isn't right now, and you do though have a lot of like the K-pops or the global pop groups, right? And so like it's very reminiscent of like Gnarly. Like whenever you do something like this, there's always like a chance that people are going to get really upset. And I remember like Gnarly came out, and it was just like, and there's a minor in Gnarly as well. You have to remember, right? Because she's only 17.
Yonche.
I can't remember if that's how you say it or not. Yunche, something like that. But so like there's this huge public uproar, and people are like, "Oh, Cat's Eye's gonna get canceled. Cat's Eye's gonna get canceled," and now they have 35 million monthly listeners. They just took over as like the biggest girl group.
And then like 2 weeks later, they're on the Nickelodeon Kids Choice Awards,
singing the same song.
Yeah.
That's just a different version. And that's a thing. It's like, it's amazing because the biggest songs in the world right now, you know, Bad Bunny ain't pulling any punches. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, I think that sometimes like we forget that like some of the songs when they're in Korean too, it's like that they're swearing, but you just don't know, and it might sound different. But so we set out to write this rap cipher, and to write a cipher, like the whole point of a cipher, right? It's a puzzle. Yeah, it's a puzzle, and so it was really cool going back and forth with the girls, because we were like, you come up with the concept, you come up with the ideas. We're kind of translating like lyrics back and forth of like, what do we want to say? How edgy do we want to get?
Yeah.
And man, they did not disappoint, because it's like, you know, each one of them had a hand in this one, which was really cool. And from everything from the cover art to the video itself, like there is nothing anymore on any song that we do that the girls are not a part of. Like nothing is like, here you go, just go.
Yeah.
Like they are involved in every step of the process, and that's always the way that we had envisioned it was going to be.
Yeah, and that's the way we hoped that our record label is going to run 100% of the time. Like instead of being like, hey, wake up, come and sing this song, here's the lyrics.
Right.
It's more of like, hey, we're all staying up all night, right?
Yeah.
You know?
Teach them how to write, teach them how to produce, teach them how to be, you know, better lyricists and composers, and give them the tools, right, and let them learn and let them grow, and it's just been an incredible experience. So when we started coming back with this, like you said, and then they came so prepared, it was just like, man, and they nailed it. And like English rap, super fast, like just nailed it. I want to go back to the Zia first. And again, most of you at home are probably like, what is being said right now? So don't worry, we're going to go back and we are going to break down the lyrics so you guys kind of understand, because there's also a lot of colloquial lines in here too that like you might need some explanation.
Preach, bitch, preach. I'd rather set the profit, see the drip and get you want it, but you know you never caught. See the money, got stack it up and triple it, install it, love it ever. I'm addicted to this life. I'm a Filipina baddie with the bag in the motive. GidKidDad, let the dogs have the malicious explosive. Every single thing you wishing that you had, we're posting while you're sitting there hopeless with the ones you're promoting. Don't fit your standard good, we never tried. Filipina baddies with the Russian deep inside. Wanna down on a shelf, go ahead and fucking cry, 'cause we the ones on the throne.
Let's slow it down for your fancy good boy.
Talking about my weight. My pockets heavy to my height. I'm looking down on all of you, skin tone dark. Say it doesn't fit the brand, I'm a rhino with an ass and a tan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love that line.
Dude. Like, I don't know how, for some reason, this, when I watch Rika in this seems like her bag in general.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I do know Rika, and I do know the song, but it's not, I don't know them in the context of this song, but on the video as I'm watching it, I'm like, she's in her bag for sure. Yeah. Like,
well, remember, I mean, her audition tapes, her initial audition tapes were very, very much like her dance style is very, very in this type of genre, and she's got that swagger to her. Yeah. And so it kind of comes out like that. You know, man, I'm interested to see even in ours, like what the comments are going to be on this, right? But at the same point in time, like I was just thinking about it, the amount of groups right now, including P-pop groups, that are doing the trending sound, that are throwing around so much, like most of the trending sounds right now are throwing around like the N-word, like so much swearing, right. Like the F-bomb, like all of the stuff that they're dancing to or using as trending sounds.
Yeah, or mouthing.
Right, are already doing it.
Right.
And then it's like, oh, but somehow you get a pass when it's somebody. It's just like, you're either in or you're out. Don't you know.
Right.
And they're adults. Let them do what they want to do.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And like, I understand, like we talked about this where it's like groups, especially up until like recently, groups have always had to be like just so pristine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you have to do the pristine thing and do, you know, but like, I think the world is ready for a group that isn't the so pristine. You know what I mean?
And let's be honest, Cat's Eye is proving that. Like, it's not what they're doing is they're taking I think the moniker is coming off where they still look pristine. They dance pristine.
Yes,
like they're still polished. The polish is there, but it's like they're releasing the muzzle, like taking the muzzle off and saying, hey, by the way, this is who you probably really are anyway, or this is who you are anyway. Why don't you just be finally free to say what's on your mind rather than have to do that? And there's still a place for those other groups. Like, it's okay. You can still do that and have like the pretty groups and like the very, very, like that's a concept that you can do. But again, the girls we picked for this group were not.
Yeah.
We're not that.
Yeah.
And so, remember right with the, let's go back. I like that part.
Talking about my weight. My pockets heavy to my height. I'm looking down on all of you, skin tone dark. Say it doesn't fit the brand, I'm a rhino with an ass and a tan. Don't fit your standard, we never tried. Filipina Baddies with the real shit deep inside. Wanna down on a shelf, go ahead and fucking cry. Cause we the ones on the throne, start to goddamn sky. Examine the design, you wanted us more pliable, a product more benign. A little less morena, a little more aligned with the whitewash, trying to sit it deep inside the mind. But this brown a rebellion, this fist is a statement. Every word from my lips is a crack in the pavement. You can't Photoshop the spirit, can't Photoshop the soul. This is raw Filipina, take you back. Control you, we never had it in the first place. What happened, Bella, why you crying? My vernacular is a knife. FINIX coming head to head at an unforgiving pace. I still does reveal wipe the smile of your face. Shut your mouth, let it bookie, nice to power. So let's talk about the system you protect with all your might. What you want to show to the world stage? A whitewashed picture? You want quiet, smiling dolls who never step out of the light. That ain't us. We're the storm, the unfiltered, raw scripture. This is for the real Filipinas. The ones they overlook. We're the
they like can't help it. Her lip curl. You know what I mean? No, but she's like, she just has like, she's always just had like this raw swagger energy about her. And like, it's she's the main rapper, right?
Right.
But like, it's like so natural where it's like, even stuff like this, I'm just like, where did the you know, young 17-year-old that walked through the door that like came in? Yeah. And she was like all quiet.
Yeah.
And she ain't quiet no more.
That
between us.
We're the storm, the unfiltered, raw scripture.
This is for the real Filipinas, the ones they overlook.
We're the cover and the spine,
And every single page of a damn book.
Let me give you the summary, the final little memory to lock inside your brain. There isn't any remedy, you're facing a new entity that's never gonna be contained. A silver kind of nemesis, the genesis, the antennas from every single thing you're trying to build. Consider this the period, the end of when you're hearing it. The prophecy has now been fulfilled.
bitch.
Wow. Dude.
They did such a man. Like it's so crazy because like I remember we saw the first take of it back. So they got a lot of the shoots were actually filmed on an old handy cam,
Yeah.
like an old camcorder, because we like wanted that real authentic kind of feel to it. So you had like half the shots that were filmed on that, half the shots that were filmed on like a actual camera, and then they spliced them all together. So it had like this super grungy feel to it, but like just, dude, they're
Yeah.
so impressed by them every day, like by just how far they've come and like how fast they also grow,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Dude, like, I just, it's funny the way that people think, you know, like, certain companies run certain ways, and like, is there something to say about like the way companies will just be like, here's a song, you do what you do, go for it? Like, yes, there's something to say about like that factory kind of way that things work, but it's funny when it seems like when you give an artist the ability to art, they art.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they actually do it, you know? Oh, and with these girls, like just to tell them, hey, like we are going to give you, this is yours.
Yeah.
This is this project, this next blank amount of songs are your babies all on the back end. We're going to be helping out. And they're like, okay, well, cool. Got it. Handled. Done.
And like they really did. It was cool because each like Tris does one and Zia does one and Rika, like they all kind of like split up the roles and the responsibilities, and different girls got to direct as well. So they really, it's like it was interesting because one of the things you guys probably saw at the end is we've now partnered with 1RPM, which huge shout out to 1RPM for the work that they've helped in putting this together. They're going to be a long-term partner for GKD Records. And so we're really, really excited about that.
Yeah.
And there's a press release that went out probably yesterday at this point that you're seeing this, or the day before, that's got all the details about it. But this is like a first project where it's like, you know, the label spent the money and was like, you know, you see it with music sometimes. We're like, hey, you're already a really good writer. Here's money. Right? Make an album. But this is the first time where it was like, they're still in pre-debut, right? And we literally were like, here you go. What can you do? Like, we want to see what you can do with it. And there's some risk to that, obviously, because you never know what the output's going to be.
Yeah.
But we believed in them and we had faith in them, and they they don't disappoint.
Because the conversation could have went this way. Here's what we made. Oh no, we will not be doing this.
Yeah,
this is not near. You know what I mean? Like we could have had. There was a possibility we had to have that conversation, and luckily we didn't. They just worked their boobs off.
Yeah,
their boobs.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, I could say ass.
I was gonna say the song said it, so you can say it. But yeah, it's incredible, and but let's go through the lyrics a little bit here, and we'll just kind of break it down for everybody. So we got some ad libs at the beginning. Hey, what the fuck you thought? Keep talking that shit. FINIX, run it. So the whole point of a rap cipher is generally rap ciphers are like clapbacks, right? But they're word puzzles, but most of the time you see them as like clapbacks. And I don't want to speak too much for them on their journey up to this point. But I mean, obviously we've had a difficult time. They've had a difficult time. And the minute that we started releasing things, there was all kinds of comments immediately about the way that they looked, their weight, like, whether or not, again, like they wanted them to be dolls and they just wanted them to make pretty music, and like everybody wanted them to just release music like Sumagal and not music like Click Click Boom, and those things are exactly what the group was set up for, was about breaking those standards and breaking those stereotypes. Yeah. And it's funny because when we pick the members of the group, I remember like we were going through it, and everybody, like, there was a lot of people that thought we were crazy by the members that we picked, because it doesn't necessarily fit the stereotypical Filipina beauty standard. Yeah. But what's crazy is, like, from a Western standpoint, it's like, this is a more appealing group.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like and that wasn't the focus. Talent was our first focus, obviously, but it was also just like trying to break that and not caring as much. And for, we've had a lot of people that have talked about the label and stuff like that, and like that we're here and, we're trying to like imprint like Western principles or whatever. And it's funny because I feel like we have created one of the most culturally different and culturally truly representative girl groups in the Philippines right now, in terms of the way that they look. Like, most girls in the Philippines aren't 5'7", 5'8", and super, you know what I mean? Right. Like, they're short 5'2", they have darker skin, and that's the representation. And when we set out to create the girl group, we wanted to make sure that the Philippines was well represented as opposed to the other stuff. And so it's talked about in here a little bit though too, but this whole song is basically talking about all of that, of those standards, of the way that women are treated, or the way that they want them to behave. And so first things first, let's address the expectation. They handed us a mold of bullshit fabrication. So basically, addressing the expectation is like the expectations that are put on women specifically in the industry, and the mold is like people trying to put them in like a specific mold,
what they want them to be.
So, and it's completely fabricated. Wanted 7 puppets for a pop star simulation, but they don't know they started a goddamn liberation. So all of them, for the most part, while we did get a lot of people that were fresh, all of them have tried out for things before, have been part of a system where at some point in time they've had somebody of power tell them that they weren't the right way, that their skin was too dark, that they needed to lose weight, that their voices weren't a specific way or specific. Like, every single one of them has this, like, I remember going through the stories when we first talked about it, and like they were just like heart-wrenching. And again, I'm not going to go deep into those stories. Those are the stories for the girls to tell, but they had some heart-wrenching stories. And so it was really talking about that. Like, everybody just wants these girl groups to be puppets and dolls. And it's funny, the standard that's put on the girl groups that isn't put necessarily on the boy groups. This is the same for K-pop as well, right? Like that, like the boy groups can get away with certain things that the girl groups can't get away with. They can act a certain way. It's the locker room talk aspect. Boys will be boys, right?
Yeah.
I'm a heart built to swallow. I got you thirsty. I was so
Try to make us fit, try to put us on a leash, try to file our fangs down, put a muzzle on the beast. We talked about that, just trying to silence them. Now we're the infection, the motherfucking breach in these clean white walls that you cowards tried to preach. So the ironic part about like the whitewashing thing is like, it is actually more of a thing that we see in like Eastern culture of trying to like have whiter and lighter skin. It's like how many brands have come up to us. It's like skin whitening is like a huge thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Crazy. They got skin whitening routines over there, and we got girls laying in tanning beds over here.
Spray tans,
dude. That was the craziest thing to me when I went and like saw billboards. Mm-hmm. I was like, it's my first day, my first 10 minutes in the Philippines. I get into the van with shout out to, sorry, bro.
I don't remember who picked you up the first time. We have
same guy picks me up every time.
Jeff.
Shout out to Jeff. And I'm rolling in the van, looking out the window. My very first sights of the Philippines. You see the normal stuff that wasn't normal to me, but like the houses on top of houses and things like that. And then all the billboards. I was like, where are the brown people?
Yeah,
like does the Philippines like not have like tan people? And he was like, no. That's how all the people that are famous look. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like what, dude?
Not a representation of what you see while walking around the streets, though.
Right. And the crazy part about it is like the real, at least from a Western standpoint, from where we stand, like the real beauty is in the streets.
Yeah.
Like the way the people actually look.
Yeah.
There. It's like, wow, you know? And I'm glad that we aren't absolutely out of our minds and wanting to whitewash a group.
Yeah. So the attack here from the white wall, like it really is an attack on like this culture of like wanting to say, hey, we want to put the Philippines on the world stage. We want to represent the Philippines. But most of the larger celebrity industry doesn't want to show the world what they actually look like.
Right.
So you're not actually putting the Philippines on the stage at that point. You're putting a westernized version of it on. So, but this is the message that they wanted to say. So, in the Clean White Walls that you always try to preach, and then this is one of Lucas and my favorites, but preach, bitch, please. I'd rather stack the profit, see it drip, and yeah, you want it, but you know you'll never call it. See the money, got to stack it up and triple it, install it. Never, ever. I'm addicted to this life. There's a lot of colloquial language in here.
Yeah.
On this one.
Sorry.
We good? We got 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, like what they're saying is they know by going against the grain that they're actually going to be successful and make money, like stacking up these bags. So see the drip, their clothing, all of their wear, what they're doing. You want it, but you know you'll never call it. Meaning, like, you know that you'll never actually be brave enough to do that. You know you'll never call their bluff.
Right.
You'll know you'll never like in poker you'll never call it. See the money, got to stack it up and triple it, install it. So you're just you're stacking up your stacks and never ever. I'm addicted to this life. So basically, like, they're not stopping. Like that they like the way that this is. And I think the freedom that comes along with it. Count bags like that's just an ad lib there.
I think any pushback that comes from this song is going to come from people who didn't read the lyrics. Because if they read the lyrics, they'd be like, oh. Yeah. They said that they knew I was going to say that.
Yeah. The funny thing is like at this point we have seen some comments already that have come out when the song first released, and that is the funny part. It's like the people that are saying it are the exact thing that the song is about. Right. So I'm a Filipina baddie with a bag and a motive. The funny part is we talked about this. Filipina Baddies was never an intention of ours.
Yeah.
It was one line in one song, and it just stuck with the fandom.
Right.
And then it kept happening, and then like people were introducing them, and it just stuck. So that's why we ended up creating this collectively, was because it was like, oh, maybe we should, like this is kind of who they are.
And it's cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
With a bag and a motive, GKD let the dogs out, the emotions explosive. So basically this is just saying that like we let them off, like we're not we're not censoring them. Like we're like, hey, you guys say what you want. We got your back, right? Every single thing you wishing that you had, we posting. While you're sitting there hopeless, we're the ones they're promoting. So basically, this is just saying that like all the haters are hating on them, but let's be honest, there's a lot of other people, including a lot of other groups right now, that wish that they had the autonomy, the amount of music, the things that these girls have. But I also want to say they're putting in the work.
Yes.
Like it's not just like it's hard every single day for all of them, for all of us. Like, but they're working their butts off. They're working their asses off to make it happen.
And honestly, if given the chance, I would never say names because I really don't know the groups well enough. But like, there are groups that would be like, oh, no, that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Can we just do like 5 cup sleeves?
Yeah.
Can we just do that?
Their schedule right now is crazy. And like, we're just in pre-debut and their schedule is like crazy.
Yeah. I know.
With the girls. So basically they're just saying like, they're the ones, because they're working really hard, that they're getting promoted. And then this was one that we knew was going to catch. So don't fit your standard good. We never tried. Filipina Baddies with that real shit deep inside. You want a doll on a shelf? Go ahead and fucking cry, because we're the ones on the throne. Start the goddamn fire. Yeah. So basically, like, this was just like the cherry on top of it, where they were just like, if you don't like it, that's good. We don't care if you like it. We're not here to fit your standard. They're artists. And I think that's one of the biggest differences is like this group, it's like, yes, they are technically a P-pop idol group, but they're almost like anti-idols. Yeah. You know what I mean? In terms of like the way that they're represented, the way that they represent themselves. But the reason I still say that they're is because, honestly, I think these groups are more role models than a lot of the other groups out there that we see in like K-pop and stuff, because they do speak up. They do speak their minds. They are a good representation for what we want women to see. And if people are like, oh, we don't want kids to swear, you swear at home. Like most of the people aren't even living by, like, I have a 5-year-old son. I don't stop him from listening to music with swearing in it because they're words. They're literal words. I teach him what's right and wrong and what to say when he's that age. But it's not like, oh my God, he said shit, he said damn, he said fuck. It's like, okay.
Right.
And
like, there's the amount of hypocrisy that comes with like being judgmental about someone having a song that you don't even have to listen to if you don't want to.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, just take a look inside real quick and just make sure that you're not maybe possibly being a hypocrite,
Right.
Chucking your shoe at your kid's head.
Glass.
Like.
Yeah. Because we're the ones on the throne side. So again, they don't care. They're not going to be dolls. They're not going to be what you want them to be. Yeah, we on fire. You don't even understand. I'm immaculate. You're blander than a bag of sand. Got you panicking, checking every part of my plan. But you a fan, baby. Hate is just part of the plan. So this is basically just saying that, like, for all the people out there that want to do that, they're just bland. Like, they're not actually saying anything. They have nothing artistic that's coming out. And got you panicking and checking every part of my plan. This is all the haters that are constantly on their stuff, checking out what they're doing. But it's like, hey, you're actually a fan. If you're actually following us that much, you're actually a fan.
Right.
Got you, and I'm laughing to the bank while you crying on the gram. What a sham, what a pity. I don't give a shit. Got them flocking in my DM. See the check marks, know exactly who I am. I'm the baddest in the Philly, goddamn. So this is always funny because it's not necessarily, we use the gram, I think, on here because it rhymed.
Right.
But like TikTok, for instance, you can see who is like on your post.
Right.
And so like, it's like the amount of people, again, we won't name names, but the amount of haters that are like every day
checking,
viewing the profiles and like seeing it.
Oh yeah.
Is pretty funny. Like we see you. So then we get to, all right, let's slow it down for the crabs in the back. And this is really just a talking about the crab mentality of the Philippines, right? Where it's like, we can't support our own. But again, and especially in a song like this, people will hate on this, and then they will go and they'll listen to Chris Brown and Drake. And I'm trying to think of like who else is like really big on that spectrum right now. I
mean,
there was a bunch, and even in the underground rap scene, but there's a bunch of rap stuff that goes really big there, and it's just like, come on.
Yeah.
That's pretty disingenuous. Talk about my weight, my pocket's heavy too. So this is a direct clapback at like all of the comments that came out when they first released.
Yeah.
Talking about my height.
That it's the most wild thing I could imagine. Like from the beginning of time, I've known that you don't ask a lady about her weight. You just don't.
Yeah.
That's part of the thing.
Yeah.
But like the amount of comments that were like, they're good, but they should lose.
They should lose weight.
Like, yo, what are you doing?
Yep.
Like, just because you're hidden behind your keyboard doesn't mean. Anyway,
when we talk about big like pop stars right now, like there's this whole thing, but like people like Sabrina Carpenter, who is like one of the biggest pop stars in the world right now, is like the definition of like doesn't fit that standard.
Right.
She's super short. She's not a twig.
Yeah.
Like biggest pop star in the world, and it's just like, but yes, you're right. The fact that people have to come out and make it a point to say that,
right?
Even though like even when these girls first started, there was not a single girl that was unhealthy, and I guarantee you that at whatever weight that they were at when you were saying that they can out dance, out maneuver, out push up, out workout everybody that were making those comments at home.
Just absolutely,
which is crazy.
Outrageous.
Real fans know this. The rush, the heartbeat, the moment, the wait, the effort. All worth it. Get up close and personal with P-Pop's fastest rising next-gen girl group, FINIX. Only on Hey Roomy. Not just watching, typing, or tapping. You are part of the journey. Be first. Be seen. Be roomies. Join the FINIX Room today. Only on Hey Roomy.
So we talked about the crabs in the back, and the talking about my weight, talking about my height, skin tone, dark, real Moreno with an ass and a tan. Damn, that was one of like my favorite, because there was a different part here. We started with a different bridge.
Yes,
and then we went to this one. I remember.
Yeah, that was like, dude, a real Moreno with an ass and a tan.
Yeah,
damn, like. I don't know the exact beauty standards there, but I know from what I've seen, and it's like yes, objectively the beauty standards there, that is beautiful, but that's a very specific type.
Yeah,
and like so many other things are, you know what I mean? Like so many other types and shapes and colors of people could be that, you know.
Ironically, the Philippines is like almost as much of a melting pot sometimes, I feel like, that like the US is, but like in Asia,
right?
You know what I mean? Because you do like think about our girls, all of them are 100% Filipina, all of them,
right?
But they all look completely different,
100%, yeah.
You know, but they're all Filipina, and it's like, I think like it reminds me, like especially this song is very much like Denise Julia, like, you know, like just like real and raw and like authentic, and not, I don't know, like from a body type standpoint as well. I love when they added this line in, because it was just like, all right, you know,
talk about my weight.
My pocket's heavy too.
Like
I got that. Yeah.
Dude, we had so many conversations about that.
Yeah.
You know, I was just like, dude, why are they like, people just, how tall are they though? Who cares?
Yeah. They seem short.
Yeah. Everyone's short.
Right. Internet warriors. So we got the chorus again, and then we have a kind of like a third verse / bridge in here. Let's discuss the color palette, examine the design. You wanted us more palatable, a product more benign. So basically, like, they're discussing like obviously color, skin tone, things like that, and examine like what you want them to be, and you just want them to be pliable. You just want them to be like a product that's more bland, that's like just okay with being whoever. A little less morena, a little more aligned with the whitewashed fantasy they keep inside their mind. So this is kind of, again, a playback to the beginning where they talked about kind of like the white walls, but the whitewashed fantasy, because that's, again, every billboard, right? Like you were saying, every single billboard, like that's what you're seeing. That's what these little girls and little boys coming out of the province are seeing, is like, oh, if I don't look like that.
Right.
Like, and when you think, it's interesting because when you think about it, like, we have unbelievable and unrealistic beauty standards here too, but generally it's like a shape,
right?
right? It's like you want to be thin and you want to be tall. And then there you have to add in skin tone on top of it.
Right.
Right?
But at the same time, like here it's become like it's a different world now. You can be as long as you are talented and you can really move people, you can be basically whatever you want. Like and no offense against who's that dude from Ireland? He sung. It was like he has very Adele-like songs. Dude. He has Tourette's too. But anyway, and no offense against him.
Not Louis Capaldi?
Yeah, Louis Capaldi. And no offense against him. He's the freaking man. Yeah. But like he's not the quintessential pop musician.
Yeah.
You know, and
neither is Ed Sheeran though.
Neither is Ed Sheeran. Neither, I mean, and Lizzo blew up. You know what I mean? Like, so
it's a lot of that going on right now.
But that's kind of what is the conversation of this is like, other places see other things as beautiful. Like, what's going on here?
Right.
You know?
And it's about kind of like the representation thing. And this is, I think, where they talk about, we said before, like, even though they're kind of like the anti-idol group, do we need to change the definition of what an idol means now? Because idolizing somebody with unrealistic standards, but then because of the age of social media that we live in, putting that undue stress and undue strain onto the people that look up to you, that they have to be that to be good enough.
Right.
That's, I think, what's changing. And we didn't live in that time anymore. Like, yeah, when we were growing up, you saw the Backstreet Boys and you saw Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera, and you're like, everybody wanted to be like them, right? And they saw the work, but we didn't have Facebook back then and Instagram and like all the filters and stuff now where like kids are going on and like, you know, I didn't think about myself the way that, like, for instance, my sister, who's 10 years younger than I am, thought about herself growing up.
Right.
Like that pressure just wasn't there. And like you said, when you go and do an entire country and every single billboard looks a specific way.
Yeah.
You know,
the goal is to have a little tan girl be like, I want to be a P-pop idol, and then someone be like, you can't because, you know, like, you just can't. Okay, I'm sorry. Like, whether it be a mom or an aunt or a realistic grandma, be like, you can't. And then she's like, well, Cha did it.
Yeah.
You know, or you know, like, oops, Arlo did it. My bad. So sorry. Or like Arlo, look at, and then you're to be like, oh, that's what idols look like now.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, maybe you can. I guess you can sing. So. You know?
And it's so crazy because one of the girls does have a story. She had applied for multiple different K-pop organizations and different entertainment companies, and every single one told her that her skin was too dark to be an idol. Every one of them.
Crazy.
Every one of them. It's just like, you know, like so crazy to me. All right, where are we at? Let's get okay. There we go. Okay. But this brown, a rebellion. This face is a statement. Every word from my lips is a crack in their pavement. You can't Photoshop the spirit, can't Photoshop the soul. This is raw Filipina taking back control. Mm-hmm. So this whole thing, obviously really hitting home on but this brown is a rebellion is about like, no, like we're going to change the way like that brown can be beautiful and that it doesn't have to be this kind of whitewash thing, that they're kind of breaking the way.
Right. I mean, the people who watch our channel, they know that brown can be beautiful.
Oh, jeez.
You know, they know.
I think that the girls are browner than you are. Just throwing it out there.
They
can't Photoshop the spirit, can't Photoshop the soul. This is raw Filipina. So this was kind of like the taking back the word thing. Jenny had done this in one of her songs, and it was kind of like taking back ownership. So there was a fun play on words here with it's not just taking back control, but it's about women taking back their control specifically.
Right. And that on the edited version, we actually took the T off of each one.
Yeah. So it's just control.
Yeah.
Control, you ain't ever had it in the first place. What happened, Vela? Why you crying? My vernacular is an earthquake. So we were writing this song originally. What happened, Vela? Why are you crying? Vampire, right? Like that was blowing up.
Yeah.
So it was kind of an homage to that. And there's some inside stuff there. And then because Phoenix come and hit you at an unforgiven pace, a fatal dose of real wipe the smile off your face. So unforgiven pace is really about like the songs, like how fast they're moving, how much they're producing. And then like obviously when people are getting hit with the realities of like, oh, well, they have been having some success, you know, like early on, and they are on the monthly listener charts, like they're up there, you know, like shut your mouth, better recognize the power, rent free in your brain while you pay me by the hour. Because again, there's a lot of people that spend a lot of time talking or thinking about them in bad ways, and it's just like, you're just a fan. They live rent free in your brain. You're just a fan. And then we break it down to this kind of like talking section. Let's talk about the system that you protect with all your might. What you want to show to the world stage, a whitewashed picture. So just a direct question. And this is really cool in here because of the conversation directly to the camera, where it's like speaking, like breaking that fourth wall, speaking to the audience. You want quiet, smiling dolls who never step out of the light. That ain't us. So it's just calling it out of like all of the haters of what they want. Yeah. We're the storm, the unfiltered, raw scripture. So there's a lot of, you're going to see it here and you're going to see it in some of the other stuff that they write, but there's going to be a lot of like biblical talk sometimes, like an alliteration, because what we find a lot is that a lot of people tend to hide behind like almost like being like pious, but it's very hypocritical.
Right.
And so this is for the real Filipinas, the ones they overlook. So again, talking about like that they represent how Filipinas really are,
right?
What they really look like. We're the cover and the spine and every single page of the damn book. So just kind of really hitting home of like, I mean, there's 116 million people, and 99% of them do not look like the billboards that you saw.
Right.
So our end here, let me give you the summary, a final little memory to lock inside your brain. There isn't any remedy. You're facing a new entity that's never going to be contained. A 7-headed nemesis, the genesis, the exodus from every single thing you tried to build. I love this line that they did. So like the 7-headed nemesis obviously is that there's 7, but genesis meaning the beginning. So it's the beginning and the end of everything that they tried to build. Consider this the period, the end of it, because the period is the end. You're hearing it. The prophecy has now been fulfilled. Bitch.
Yeah.
And then the strong closing argument with
Click, click, boom with the make his jaw drop with the arsenal. We don't ever stop. Click, boom with the when you're looking awestruck, baby, I'm a construct. Hip, hip, move the always stay fit like I'm Taylor, no Swift. Rich, bags don't sit. Foreign on my bootstraps, birds don't fit. I like money. Said to the bunny, the fox with a mink coat. Gonna rise above the sorrow, no looking back. I will rise again, shine brighter from the ashes, a fighter. I'll let my wings take flight in my heart, under.
Yeah.
that one was really fun.
I mean, there are going to be, of course, there's going to be people that are like,
oh yeah,
meh. But like, this is a statement that should have been made 100 times over for 100 different girls, 1 million different girls trying out for different places, being told what to be, just for a chance to be an idol. And I think if this gets heard the way it should be heard, and not the way that people are going to hear it if they aren't listening, it can really change what it means to be in the industry, in the P-pop industry.
Yeah.
Now, K-pop is a different thing, and everyone's been saying that. Like, let's Make it a different thing.
Right. If you really want to see P-pop as different than K-pop, it has to go beyond like the whole thing of like, well, they're better live vocalists. Because again, we've talked about this. It's about showmanship. The stage is about showmanship. And regardless of how good your live vocals are, it still isn't enough to capture the attention of a larger audience. Yeah. It just isn't. If it was enough, then everybody would only listen to music in the Philippines because we know that the talent is there. You know, 100%. Like clearly it's not enough. But what needs to happen in P-pop is that, like, to differentiate itself, it can be more of this. It can be more of this kind of like raw feeling. It can be the relatability factor, you know, to your idols rather than not. Like, and they still can be idols. You can still idolize them. But yeah, it's I'm really excited about it, and it's very, very cool to finally, like, most groups would never be able to do something like this. Their labels would never allow this. And there were conversations that we had to have with partners of ours where they're like, are we sure that we want to do this? It may kick out this brand. It may kick out this brand. And we were just like, we're either going to be authentic or we're not going to do it.
Right.
We either say what we want and we create art, or we don't.
Right. Or just screw it.
Right. Because what's the point of all the things that we fought for so far?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, just you know, like this is the kind of stuff that, like, forever before you and I even started working together, I would tell people, like, my goal is to be a producer with a studio that is a legitimately safe place. Yep. Like, not like a place where you can't have fun and joke, but like a place where people can come and be like, this is what I want to say, let's say it, and try to take their art to a level that it's still palatable. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times artists, they make stuff, they put like 1 million words in a verse, you know what I mean? And you're like, that's too much, but let's figure it out. So like a place like that. And when we first started working together, I expressed that relatively quickly, and you were like, that sounds good. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you wanted to, and we've done it. Like, we're doing it with these girls, and I'm really, really proud of them taking the reins on this whole thing.
So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I know, again, this is long, but you know, you're not going to ever get the real breakdown of these any other place. So you got to see the reaction, and you got to learn a little bit more about the song. Hopefully generally takes about 24, 48 hours for the actual lyrics to go up on Genius and on Spotify and stuff like that. So they should be out soon. But as soon as the video drops, as soon as the MV drops, they'll also be down in the description. We just didn't put them down there until the premiere happened. Yeah. Because or else people would be able to see them. But what'd you guys think? Tell us your opinions. Let us know if you guys have any other questions. We'd be happy to answer more questions about the girls if you guys have them. We have more reactions to do with them. We're going to have a lot more music coming.
Yeah.
This is, again, just the first of a long series. So
I got so much to
do. So we hope that you guys enjoy this. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Check out FINIX's brand new song, Filipina Baddies, that is out now across all platforms. Put it on your playlist, stream it. Put it on YouTube playlist, stream it. Check out Hey Roomy, download it, because that's a place that you can talk to FINIX on a daily basis. And just stay tuned, because there's a lot coming.
Yeah,
there's a lot coming. Do you guys like this?
We need a
code. We need a code.
God, FINIX needs a good one. Oh, FINIX. There's a FINIX in there.
I think there's also a middle finger. Emoji.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go.
So the FINIX emoji and then a middle finger emoji.
Yeah, in that order. I don't want you to flip off FINIX.
No.
FINIX flipping off.
Yeah, show some respect to the Filipina Baddies.
Anyway, all right, guys. Nobody told you that they love you today. Please don't forget that we love you. You're appreciated, always welcome here on this channel, and you are enough. And last but certainly not least,
it was a great day to play.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you in the next video.
Goodbye.
The GidKidDad Show.